Hi, welcome to Being Mindful. I'm Susan, and I'm a licensed mental health counselor who enjoys sharing mindful meditations and information about mindfulness with as many people as will listen. Thanks for being with me today. What we're doing today is a basic breathing meditation. If you're new to meditation, this is a good one to start with. But if you've been doing meditation for a long time, this might be a nice reminder of this basic focus on the breath and the benefits that that can bring to us. Let's get started. So we can get started by just sort of settling into a comfortable seated position that allows us to be upright. So it's almost like there's a string pulling us up, but we're not like overly rigid. So we're both relaxed and alert at the same time. It's helpful to have both feet on the floor if we're sitting for this meditation. And that gives us a sense of the ground beneath our feet. Um, it can be helpful to not completely lean back in the chair because, especially if you're new to meditation, it can be so easy to actually fall asleep. So I like to kind of have my back away from the back of the chair and sit squarely on the chair. I tend to close my eyes during meditation, and a lot of people do because that can help heighten the other senses. So I'll invite you to close your eyes if you're comfortable doing that. But if you are not comfortable, sometimes closing eyes can be not a pleasant experience for people. So it's fine to have them open too. And we can start with a few deep breaths. Really allowing the lungs to expand. And there's sort of this sense of rising with an in breath, and then relaxing and falling with the out breath, letting the shoulders drop, letting the abdomen relax. So see if you can feel with the inhale how the body rises, the chest expands. There's sort of this stretching and almost a little bit of tension that happens. And then with the exhale, allowing the shoulders to drop, allowing the body to sort of relax into that exhale. And then as we allow the breath to just do what it does, we don't have to control it or breathe more deeply in any way. We just notice what it feels like for the breath to move through the body and how the body reacts to that movement of breath. Right, so there's the motion of the breath, and we can actually feel the air coming into the nostrils, moving through the throat. And then when we breathe out, we can feel that movement of air as well. Maybe even on the exhale, feeling the air come out of the nostrils and hit that upper lip. And you may notice that when I stop talking, or sometimes even when I am talking, that the mind may wander. that thoughts may arise that have nothing to do with the breath or what's happening in the present moment. It's perfectly natural for that to happen because that's what the mind does. But what it does is it gives us the opportunity to notice that it's happened, which brings us right back to the present moment, and then gently bring the focus back to the breath. So we're both practicing that sensory experience of the present moment and practicing noticing that we've left the present moment and gently bringing ourselves back. So returning to noticing the breath that has been moving in the body and through the body, whether we pay attention to it or not. We can shift from noticing how the breath itself feels as it moves through the body to how the body moves in reaction to the breath and what that feels like. We don't have to exaggerate those movements to notice them, right? Noticing the chest expanding, or maybe that even moves down into the abdomen. Maybe the shoulders get in on that movement. Maybe if you're exhaling through your mouth instead of your nose, the lips and the mouth move a little bit in response to the exhale of breath. And we can play around a little bit with noticing what moves on its own and how that feels. And also allowing, maybe encouraging the body to move in different ways. So like maybe play around with having the shoulders rise up with the in-breath and move down with the out-breath. Or if you're not already breathing in the abdomen, seeing if you can actually move the stomach in and out and allow the breath to come deep into the body. So moving the body and then noticing what that moving body feels like. Thoughts come and go, and we just keep bringing the focus back to the breath, to the experience of breathing, and to the sensations that we can notice when we breathe. And as we approach the end of this meditation, we can wiggle our fingers and toes and stretch and move in any way that would feel like the right thing to do. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and prepare to reflect on this experience. Now we come to that time in the meditation, after the meditation, where we have a moment to reflect, to notice and externalize what we experienced in the meditation. The best way to do that in a video like this is by sharing a comment and reviewing comments other people have left. So I hope you'll take a moment to do that. Take a few moments of silence and really consider what that was like for you, and then share that. A like is a great compliment. A subscription is even better because I get to see you again. And thanks so much for being with me today. Have a good day.